You're raising your voice now.
I am not.
Ma'am, why did you follow me beyond that space right there?
Okay, Jay.
Your door stops right there. Why are you standing over here confronting me?
Because we have a partnership with the Ebenezer Baptist Church across the street who partakes in selling the books in this bookstore.
So
please,
your position stops at that door. Why are you out here talking to me?
Because you came and talked to me.
You just chased me out the door.
I'm not chasing you, sweetie.
Ma'am, why are you standing here? You
Sweetie, I
stop
did
right
not
there
chase
at the door. So why are you standing here talking to me? And why are you standing here halfway aggressive? Go back inside, shut your door, and do what you're supposed to do.
Just go inside.
Let you what? You need to maintain a level of professionalism and respect the things that have been here for the last 30 years. Bye. Go do what you're going to do and stop creating a scene on Easter weekend. Jeez, oh, Pete.
I know, but you know, sometimes
No, listen. And I love you. It's our Easter weekend.
I know, but you know.
So I did nothing. I walked inside of the sanctuary. They chased me out. Like the last time you were here, and the security guard when I walked out, sitting there aggressive with me. Like there are all these people coming inside. Why do you identify me?
You know how.
No, it's not.
I mean,
But watch
I'm not
something.
saying it's right.
I'm gonna tell you where it came from. Watch this. So Warnock did the 7 last words on Wednesday. Afterwards, he was asked by Connie Smith, "What do you say to our children to communicate Jesus?" He drew a blank. A mama from the church popped up, asked the question. In the middle of all of this, can I get a picture of Jesus? How can I be inspired? You know what he turned it into? A shot at Trump. My phone ringing off the hook with mamas. Kay, you're our youth department. You are creative arts department. What you gonna do with Jesus? I ain't gonna do nothing.
Hi, how are you?
I'm gonna come stop by the sanctuary
So
inside
the
the tour.
sanctuary should open up about 3 o'clock.
Okay. All right. And this is this gift center?
Yes. You want to come in here? You know, we'll do
Yeah.
5 o'clock. But once you come out of the sanctuary, you can have been here anyway.
Oh, okay.
So about 2:55, they're gonna open up. and
Okay.
They'll close the doors at 3:05. So
Okay. Thank you.
you welcome.
So I did nothing. I'm on the phone with Brenton talking about the EYO, talking about all this stuff, thinking about our mamas and what Easter is and what we communicate. I walk inside the tour. I'm looking at them staring at me the whole freaking time. Then as I'm walking out, the girl just sitting there like, why are y'all coming towards me every time you see me? Then you remember the last time I walked out the sanctuary, they had the little supervisor, or what is it, the little security dude from this side come over here and said you was throwing me out. You just came to calm me down. It's freaking, you know what I'm talking about? Like I'm standing like what is not I mean what's the challenge? We didn't lose one mama, we lost both of them. Actually all 3. We lost Mama Ferris, we lost Gwendolyn Middlebrooks, and we lost Naomi. Now notice something. Did you notice Naomi shut her eyes on the exact year anniversary that they had me in court? Because they had me in the Richard Russell building on March 7th. Naomi shut her eyes on March 7th. And March 12th, the only time Naomi ever got pushed through the Richard Russell building was me throwing the joint. Like we get the rope done unraveled on you. Leave me alone, bro. I'm still gonna preach. You not gonna stop that. And I ain't doing nothing. Thank you for trying to calm me down, but I'm tired of folks trying to act like I'm doing something.
Hi, how are you?
Next door open, the church?
There's a sign out there letting you know what time they're gonna open.
Oh, so they open at 3 on the dot?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Like literally. Who is this new girl? And this new boy?
They've been like that for a few months now. I mean,
Okay, you ain't got a year yet. You coming, this little light-skinned girl coming being aggressive to me. You see her? They had the dude try to be aggressive.
well, he's not gonna be aggressive. He's
No, I'm talking about the little, you remember the little security dude? When I came down on the first, what was that, the first Friday of the year? You know, he called me a nigger and said he was gonna F me up and then called the police saying I was being aggressive. Shorty followed me out. Literally. When do they follow anybody down them steps?
Now, in her defense, I say this. I don't know if she was following you, but see, they have to. When
She got to close the door. I was telling her to close the door. She's standing over here in the foyer yelling at me like, why are you talking to me? Then she extended, we got a partner with Ebenezer Baptist Church. What does that have to do with me? It's National Park. Like, what lies y'all got going on that y'all irking me? You ripped everything apart with our kids. You gonna make all the mamas call me. I'm just about to preach tomorrow. Why are you coming and letting people spiritually evil? And let me walk out for they got this whole thing. So I'm aggressive. I don't care. I'm comfortable with them saying I'm being aggressive. You can't write that narrative. I mean, damn. Like Like, what's the problem, huh? What the frick is the problem with the fucking Park Service? What's the problem with Ebenezer Baptist Church? Like, literally, why is it such a challenge with me being here? Like, is it the fact that nobody likes you, Warnock? Is it the fact that nobody likes you, Bernice? Is it the fact that every time one of the mamas over here die, you and this Park Service switch on some new shit? Like, 94, when Corey stopped y'all from doing tours, that was a fucking problem. But Mama Ferris, so as soon as Corey shut her eyes, we get Judy. All right, that was a good little run. Now Judy, Mama Ferris shut her eyes. Now Judy gone. Now we get a new group. You motherfuckers switch position and switch programs every time we get a new fucking president. You don't give a fuck about our kids. You don't give a fuck about our community. You don't give a fuck about God. You don't give a fuck about none of this. This is all about votes. Votes. You know what Wednesday, Holy Week is? It's Sellout Wednesday. It's where we talk about Judas. That's why Warnock was giving the shit. How do we communicate Jesus to our children? Warnock drew a blank. I don't know how to do that. You're the pastor. Pussy, that's your number one responsibility. Repping and representing Jesus. A mama didn't ask you, in the middle of all this, in the middle of your soft-ass preaching, in the middle of this fake-ass shit, I'm looking for how to hold on. Give me a glimpse of Jesus. This motherfucker turns it into a political shot at Trump and talks about a fake prophet. You a fake prophet. Then tell the motherfuckers that as our mamas, to pray for your prophetic voice. There's nothing prophetic about your voice. You motherfuckers are loading up for a presidential election and you got our kids on the fucking chopping block. Fuck you. This is not our brand. This shit about votes. How about this? How you gonna disrespect the kids when they gotta vote for you? Then we gonna pop up. Watch this. I'm not gonna be out there for a minute, but I just love how that do. That little connecting dots thing. No, it's all the same lawsuit. Wait. So she come right out there right after and then come right in here. You a part of it too. It's all the same deal. Y'all watching it? Did y'all see it? Let's watch it on candid camera. Now, the last time we walked down here, we had the Ebenezer security staff right there at the same point. Now we got her at the same point. Consistency is key, y'all. Why? Because we had Dunjab say to run me out. Well, when her security came and ran out, right there on the last tape, what did we hear he say? He called me a nigger. Then he said, no, man, this is the truth.
But I know, but we got babies in.
But this is what the National Park, that's what your security did with me.
I know, but we got babies in here, so we don't want to use that language, so, you know.
So your security comes and confronts me.
I'm not talking about
This
that.
church security
But what
confronts
I'm
me. But then when I
saying now-
recall what they did, and then this lady chases me out in front of the park
You know
first.
about the baby in the lobby, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see the baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry,
That's what I'm saying.
princess.
So that's what
Sorry, it is. Yup, because this number one thing with the babies. I'm sorry, princess. But one of the things we gotta have, right? But one of the things that no. You weren't here with Joe. You weren't here with Daddy King. You weren't here with our Menino Steel team. One of the things that Daddy King do in this building is we just tell the truth.
Okay,
And one of the things that makes our children respect our leadership so much is that they get the truth.
But here's the thing.
That's
for
what
me.
Mama Gwendolyn Middlebrook said. Wait a minute.
I know, but see,
I'm being
KJ,
arrested.
You're not being arrested
I did.
right now, but what I'm saying
No,
is
listen,
like,
watch.
this
Wait,
is
you got to
our
remember what this is.
business.
No, but you know what this is?
a business
This is
right here.
Easter weekend. So this is the weekend when Satan come down and beat up.
So when
When Jesus come down and beat up Satan. So you know what we doing? We smacking all the satanic stuff that's been going around here all weekend. It's not a play.
But during my work hours, you know, we have to.
Listen, about the Easter play this year, we're not playing with the play.
That's what
We
I'm
unpacking
saying.
all the crap.
And more babies and families come in, so that's
I know.
what I'm saying. Look, we have to just keep it.
What you mean?
So at
It's the same thing I've been doing. Y'all creating this narrative.
Sanctuary is gonna open up at 3:00, so it's outside to the left. That's the entrance.
Oh, okay.
3?
Yeah, it's gonna open at 3, and it's gonna close at 3:05. So just be there at 3 if you plan on going in.
Okay.
See, the challenge is, right, is there's families who have come here for like decades, and all of a sudden there's this new switch. There's everybody new, and then this new part on Easter weekend where folks can't come and sit. That's the part we recorded. That's the part nobody wants to see. And I'm sorry, unless you've been a member of this ministerial team, this heritage ministerial team, unless you've actually been a member of the EYO, unless you've actually stood over here with our mamas, then don't nobody care about the Park Service. The lawsuit is in such a place. It's a national park.
I get it.
I'm in the national park.
You're in the national park, but okay, look at my perspective, okay? I'm at work.
And I respect that. But unfortunately, on this weekend, I got to do Jesus over all y'all.
You can
I gotta do the charge
but
I got
you
for
gotta
Mama
do it
Ferris.
here. You know what I'm saying, KJ?
You throwing me out?
No, I'm not throwing you out. I'm just.
Are you asking me to leave?
Yes. If
Okay.
you're gonna do it, just.
No. Listen, I got to do it here. I just got to.
But see, this is our business.
But then the other part, it's about the money.
But
We got to do that for Warnock. That Warnock's most. Y'all seeing it?
About respecting business.
Wait a minute. We respect Jesus. That's what we do here in this building. I don't know what y'all new folks are doing over there, but on Easter, we respect Jesus. We respect our heritage. That's what this is, the Heritage Sanctuary. But why are you running me out?
I'm not running you out. I'm
Okay.
asking you because
Why?
there's a lot of people down here, and I'm trying.
Oh,
to
but
work.
your staff is the one aggressive towards me.
That's not my staff.
Well, your security staff was aggressive
That's
the last time.
Park Services.
No. That was the Ebenezer security staff on the last recording that we have, just like this.
I don't work
You work for
Ebenezer
Ebenezer.
Baptist Church.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay,
I
so
work
then
for
this is the
Ebenezer
Park
Baptist
Service, sir.
Church.
But the consistency in both of those altercations is me standing here with you. And the reality of it is, when you understand how this is made out, this is a space that anyone can stand.
Exactly.
So why are y'all
You can-
so interested in getting me to leave?
No, because no one comes in. No one else is coming in with your perspective either.
Well, that's probably because I got this perspective from Daddy King's daughter, Marta, big sister. She put me here. And from Yoki, his daughter, she put me here. And from Alabama Brinson, they put me here. And Reverend Dr. Alcohol Brinson, they put me here. So my perspective has been a perspective that has been consistent for this building for the past 30 years. All of y'all hadn't been here for a year, and y'all got a new perspective that y'all want to switch. We don't do that
I'm
here.
not asking you to switch anything. The other thing, KJ.
Ma'am.
Am I saying that right? Is it KJ?
My name's King Jado, but you probably want to enunciate it correctly, so y'all can call me KJ. Or actually,
So here's the
we
thing.
10 years out. You can call me
Number two
King if you want.
The other thing is,
Ma'am?
when people come in, if they do have a perspective like yours, it's spoken in a more, quieter.
Ma'am,
level.
I'm a Baptist preacher. You not gonna tone my tone
I'm
inside of the
not-
heritage, inside of the building I've been
I'm
preaching
not-
at
but
for the past
during
30 years.
business hours,
Ma'am, I don't care
during
about business hours. Jesus said you can't do both. You can't serve God and man. If God in title, God in position,
Well,
you will love one
when
and hate the
I'm in
other.
that building,
So this
I'll be
room and
serving
right
God.
here, ma'am, there's no switch.
Well,
There's no put it on and put it
all
on
I know
for the
is
bag and
what-
off the bag.
all I
No,
know is
ma'am.
what
I
they
am
say.
going to stand here directly and provide the gospel in the same way the EOIO has
Well,
always
I'm
been. That's
so
why Joe and them
you
set it
say
up
you
like this.
respect me, right?
But
And
you're
I respect
attempting
you.
not,
No,
listen, everything
I'm
goes
asking you
beyond
to
the
do it.
gospel.
I'm asking you.
No,
to
you're
do
not
it.
that. If you ask me to preach outside of my building and I have the illegal ability to be here, then that's the point where your respect for me leaves, man.
Well, then do it in
You're
a way
asking me to
that
walk
doesn't-
outside my
then
desk on Easter
do it
weekend.
in a
Don't
way
ask me that
it
request.
does not interfere
I'm
with
not
business.
interfering with the perpetuation of your income, ma'am. Don't even ask me that.
Yes.
Don't ask me to
Yes.
put my
I'm asking
Jesus
you
second
that.
to your
I'm
perpetuation of
asking
income.
that 'cause this is
Then
my
allow
job.
me to respectfully ignore you.
This
You
is
go
my
in there and
job.
sell what you want to sell. I'm gonna sit here around the elders and the giants before me and be mindful of what I need to communicate to our children about what's real instead of what y'all created for $1. And I appreciate your footage. Do me a favor. We waiting for it. I got the APD supervisor over there. Call him now. Because this is, I'm telling all y'all, no, listen, the whole thing we've been doing, it's been the last documentary of the Creative Arts Department. I'm going to be right here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Vaughn trying to settle a lawsuit. Frick, a lawsuit. Ellis got to come out. It's Easter weekend. This is when we deal with Satan. So all this stuff that's been going on for a minute, we saved it for this weekend. It's popping this weekend. Don't even worry about it. Wait till tomorrow when y'all get church. We're really going to see the younger generation. And I'm going to hang out right here because it's just my legal right. Now, watch this. One of the things that we're going to address, you remember my little dude over there, Freddie, that gave his life to Christ?
Well,
He
I'm
died.
gonna say one thing. You
doesn't matter.
ignored me, so
I don't care. I don't care if you listen or not. You must not know my voice in this building, lady.
You ignored me.
Ma'am, respect my Jesus and my mother's.
Don't respect me.
I respect the wishes of Mama Ferris and Mama Naomi. Ma'am, stop talking to me. You make yourself look bad in front of these folks. Y'all care too much about what they think. I'm caring about the gospel. You having a fight that don't work, ma'am? Ma'am, please. Ma'am, can y'all not embarrass my pastoral line, please? It's Easter. Can y'all not do that? Y'all done rewrote every freaking story that y'all want to tell. Can y'all please just leave me alone so I can reflect and tell the truth when we preach on tomorrow morning? Y'all get back to y'all lives afterwards. Excuse me, folks. I was joking. Folk come over here on Easter week and can't even get inside the pew and sit down and get the truth. They got to hear your story.
It's one of those things where you say,
Christian,
when you know this word,
man, you are growing, young man. Look at you, freaking sharp. Hey, man, you all right? Yeah. One of the things that is disgusting, that would never take place. You know, when the Park Service and Mama Corey had that argument 30 years ago in 94, it was Mama Ferris who said, we're not hindering people from getting accessibility to the Spirit of God and for them to be able to meditate. And as soon as Mama Ferris died, now all of a sudden we got guided tours. Like, when have we had that? When people travel all around the world in order to be able to get to this sanctuary on Easter, now if they can't fall in line with your time schedule and hear what you want to say, that's a big spiritual smack in the face. It was 90 years ago on the International Baptist Convention that Michael King Sr., Will Gray Jr., and Whitfield Nottage went on an extra excursion because Whitfield Nottage had a copy of the Slave Bible. It provoked them so much that Daddy King changed his name to Martin Luther. You literally wait till the 90-year anniversary to go all out and all in. When Warnock came, we were launching an entire education series. You done flipped it and took everything away so you can get a bag. Like, this has nothing to do with the spirit and history of our heritage or our church. This is about come here in a line so you can come in here and, excuse me, let me let this in. And then come in here and buy a $5 fan, buy a $100 hoodie, buy anything that you want to buy, but don't hear the truth. Have park rangers who ain't been here for a year running tours. If you haven't been here on our campus for a year, y'all notice this? We got new folk who haven't been on our campus for a year. And we got folk like this, excuse me, folk, incredible folk who came here to get the truth, and they can't get the truth because the old Rangers done retired. The new Rangers ain't been here for a year. They can't even sit on the pew and reflect. They can't even listen to the old hymns. You got to sit down, shut up, file in, and listen to what we tell you. You know, there is a conspiracy against our children. There's no difference from Ron DeSantis in Florida doing what he doing, and then over here taking our heritage sanctuary and rewriting it. There's no difference. None. No difference. See, here go the click again. No difference. I want to ask. Miss Hayden, ma'am. Ma'am. Miss Hayden.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the way.
Say, ma'am, can I ask a question? Just interesting.
sure, what is it?
Why do we have tours now? Like, why can't we just go sit on the pews like we've been doing from inception?
National
Like,
Park Service is managing this building totally different, so we can protect it.
protect it? But I mean, you have like incredible law enforcement. You got Jose, you got that whole screw. But like when people actually get to just sit down and reflect.
They do. We have it's more formalized. It's more controlled. Like the birth home. When we have the birth home tours, we have a certain number of people.
But this is the sanctuary, though.
It doesn't matter. It's not an active church. It's not an active church.
But for people that are like that like our spiritual heritage, there's some stuff that isn't woven inside of the federal curriculum.
This is not an active church. If it was an active church, I hear what you're saying. But it's actually been.
But there's some of us that are young theologians that like the spirit of our elders, and we like to come and reflect,
Well,
and we're unable to get that.
Okay.
That this is something that. Now, maybe you shouldn't advocate for that, but we want Pastor Warnock to advocate for that because when it was done, it was said there would still be a.
That's who you need to talk to.
But you run it. Your staff keeps running us out, so we're just trying to figure out
That's
like
right,
why
because
it
National
is.
Park, let me share with you. This building became less an active church in 1999.
I know. I've been here for
listen to
longer
me,
than you.
listen
I've been
to
here
me.
since
It's managed
'94.
differently.
I've been here for 30 years,
It
so I
has
know
nothing
I've
to do-
watched it.
Okay, but I'm talking about how it's managed. It's managed when the congregation left this church and went across the street.
I marched
this
us
became-
out, the youth department. I remember it.
Okay, so why are you questioning how we manage it?
Because you keep shifting every presidency and taking away more and more of what our original parents put in place. And then you're upset at me for being, I mean, the part, but then
You're upsetting yourself.
I'm not upset.
Well, you just
I
said
was
that.
put here by Mama Ferris. When you have the footage with the A.D. King Foundation with Mama Naomi, you have me here. So what you have is you have everything that you changed for.
Please stop.
Please
stop.
what?
Please stop.
Why are you losing your hands and getting so
I'm
upset?
just telling you to.
Why are you, it's the same thing I've been doing for the past 30 years.
Good for you.
But why are you so
Congratulations.
upset?
I'm not upset.
You are. You're
I'm
telling
trying
with
to
your
explain this.
hands. Because you're more the
You know what? You're
commercialization
too
of what we
you're
have.
too judgmental.
I'm not. You're
Yes,
more the
you are.
commercialization of what you want to push
are.
and get paid
You just
on than
want-
anything
you
else.
just want-
I just want what? It's a national park. Why can't I have
It
freedom
is
of
a
speech?
national
That's
park.
like what you did to Freddie Smith. You know that young man that y'all put over in that bar? He died, making the same argument, and no part of it matters. Like Bear, the gentleman who died right there. He was a member of the Heritage Sanctuary. You guys pushed the homeless out for it. Do you really feel as though you're going to raise this $15 million and be able to proliferate all the funds and not do anything for the community? Do you really think that this is going to go down like this? That nobody's going to open their mouth and make you happen like this? Do you really think that's going to happen, Ada? Do you? Do you really think the illegal arrest that your law enforcement team last year, do you really think that's going to happen? Do you really? Do you not know the Creative Arts Department waited for Easter weekend just to do it spiritually? It's National Park. It's free speech. This is what Marty called getting into good trouble. Matter of fact, he said, whenever the preacher is around, he must speak. Sorry, folks. Our mama died. Both of them, Mama Ferris and Mama Naomi. So y'all gonna see the Bible repeat itself and the young group pop out. It's gonna be a great Easter weekend. How is it that the Park Service during the Barack administration tours me around DC, showcases me in schools, gives me escorts? But then after the Trump administration, and then we got Trump and Biden again, now all of a sudden let's shut KJ up. Let's put a whole new staff over here and let's create a new narrative. I'm sorry. This is Auburn and Jackson Avenue, and we stand 10 toes down against the foolishness. Yeah. Hey, y'all, just so you know, this is the same team that actually they arrested me the last time. Yep, Dunjay had pushed that all the way down. And then somehow above their pay grade, it came from the federal government. We not prosecuting K. Now all these loot folks, they too low on the pay grade to understand what's really going on here. This is why the last 2007 holiday, right after Coretta died, Yoki wouldn't perform until she had me go up there. Because everybody knew it was going to play out like this. She had Yoki, Mama Ferris, and Mama Naomi publicly stand me here. I ain't going to move. Y'all get a check. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We just repping the brand. We just repping the brand. We just repping the brand. Hanging out in the national park.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Amazing. Is there a problem?
Yes, it is.
What is it?
It is. You're not supposed to be in here.
Why am I not supposed to be here?
You're supposed to be in here. Okay.
Says who? Says who? Who says that I, as a United States citizen, can't be in this neutral space of the United States Park? You own the gift shop.
You
This
haven't
is
been
it.
given notice
I haven't been given notice
about that.
about what? Speak specifically. What
No,
notice
I'm
was I
saying
given?
about being in here. You have not received a notice from Ebenezer Baptist Church, from Reverend John Bond.
What did that notice say?
No, I'm asking you, have you received it?
What did the notice say? What would the notice have
you
said?
being on the premises.
Me being on the premises.
Yes.
What did it say?
Okay, but my thing is this, look. the
What did it
main thing-
say? I mean, you're telling me
No,
if I
I'm
received
saying-
notice. I'm asking your security. What does it say? You're the same outfit that your guard walked me out the last time and called me a nigger on tape.
Okay.
That was your guard that said he was gonna beat me up.
But just-
That was your guard that then called the police when I'm in this national park. So what is the challenge?
I'm not that guy. It's not a challenge.
But you're the
All I'm-
same. You represent the same entity.
Listen to what I'm saying. All I'm asking you to do is that.
Why? It's a national park. Why can't I be in a national park? What's the challenge?
Conduct their business.
I'm not stopping anybody's business. I walked in the park to go look at my mentor and reflect on Easter. When I do something spiritual, you guys attack me because you want to create a narrative. Problem that you have is that you can't get me to bend, son.
It's not about you.
So leave me
You
alone.
bend it.
Leave
I'm
me
not bothering
alone.
you.
I walked in, you talked to me. Do your job and leave me alone. Secure a threat. I've been here 30 years. If I was going to be a threat, something would have happened. You got a challenge. Like stay in your lane.
It ain't about that.
Bro, leave me alone. I'm trying to prepare for my sermon. Can you shut up and stop talking to me?
Okay, well,
I'm in a neutral space. Leave me alone. Let me prepare for my sermon. That's the only part I get agitated, because instead of y'all allowing the preacher to meditate, to really talk something, you want to bring me with all your negative stuff.
I'm not
It's
bringing anything
satanic.
negative.
Get your spirit right. How would Jesus say it? Get ye behind me, Satan. T's or P's. If your congregation wouldn't call me because your pastor went up on a Wednesday night and they asked him, how do you communicate
nothing to do
Jesus
with that.
to the kids? Then leave me alone, bro. I'm the last son here. My mama's just died. Mama Ferris and Mama Naomi. It's the next Easter. So if you don't have a creative arts department, do nothing, then in light of the fact that the EYO and Brenton and we do the, leave us alone, buddy.
KJ.
Keep your New Jack Buck open. Stop calling me, bro.
Look,
You address
that's
me,
not-
son. I told you I'm preparing for my sermon. People will tell you, when I'm preparing to preach, I'm not like this soft butt. Nowhere in our history have any of our prophets been pussies, okay? I'm the next polymath. So I'm going to tell you, leave me alone when I'm preparing my sermon. I've been standing here meditating for years. When people see me standing here, shut up and stop talking to me.
But you have to respect this business.
Bro,
You have to respect
personally, let me
this
say it
business.
quietly. Get the fuck out my face and do your job
Okay.
between me and you.
But listen
Now
what
leave
I'm
me
saying.
alone, boy. Cheese or Pete's.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave me alone. I'm preparing for my sermon. Keep your satanic activity away from me.
That's all doing fine, but I'm telling you here, in this bookstore.
I ain't in the bookstore. I ain't been in the book. We recorded the whole time. I wasn't in the bookstore. You interrupted me so you could interact with me with your false sense of authority to say something to me that ain't valid, because I'm not going there. So do me a favor. Shut up and get out my face again. I'm preparing my sermon.
All right.
Friggin' weirdo. All of you. You don't respect Mama Ferris. You don't respect nothing. We are a family, a congregation. You weirdo New Jacks pop up, rip up everything that's real so you can get a bag. Shut up and get out my face. Know what the frick you think this is? Our mama's put me here for a reason. So when Mama Ferris shut her eyes, I deal with the weirdo. So I've been dealing with the weirdo the whole time. You don't notice the prophetic rope that been wrapped around your neck? Guess what? Your boss did send that, and it did go to trial. And you think your boss is a senator, something above him said, we're not prosecuting K on this block. That's why you toned down, son. It's bigger than you understand. Bigger than your pay grade. You don't realize you're the security team of the Ebenezer Baptist Church. You follow me out and threatened me. The consistency of what's going. I have a Martin Del Hubble, A.B.-rated attorney. You know who don't like him? You know who my mentor is? Check the record. He's our last attorney general, Thurbert Baker. We've been hanging a prophetic rope around your neck. Don't you know I'm Samuel? Guess what Samuel did? When they stole the ark, he lifted his rock, and then the Philistines hung themselves. You know how much tape and footage we got on you in our creative arts department? Knock it off. And no, we're not settling. We want to expose you because you've been doing this since you came. Do you not know your pastor came from a child abuse issue? Do you not know how disrespectful he was to our mentor? Only thing we's waiting for our mama to shut her eyes. So you think you're going to rewrite everything? I'm sorry, son. One of the things that happens here is our youth stand up for our mamas and our community. And we raise a preacher in our family who stand on the word. You don't like it? Move. Because I ain't going nowhere. You will. See that building down the block? My office right there, son. We call it the Yokies. You do the history. 2007, right after Coretta died, Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter wouldn't go behind that desk on a holiday until I introduced her. Do you follow me? All of y'all are as a King Inc. group. You don't know nothing about what goes on here. And the spirit of my mamas, leave me alone before I preach you, son. Only thing you got is the slave master stuff. You don't know what it is over here. I'm our prophetic polymath. I got called back for the shit y'all doing. And instead of bringing it to you, I walked it out because my anointing is annoying. It's like Joseph, how his brothers tried to sell him in the pit. Boy, I could preach you forwards, backwards, to the left. Your pastor is a sellout. Y'all done took this from the spirit of God to a political battle. And the problem you got is I'm the only one here longer than your pastor, and I can out-preach everybody on your staff. And the problem you got in 2011 is we both left. Marty III and me, and we got something none of y'all know about, our daughters. So you and your group gonna get the frick out the way and not pollute this so our daughters can take it over. You didn't know Imani and little Yoki best friends? Now Marty the Third might have to keep his mouth shut, but I don't. And check the record, son. I'm not a Scott son, but I'm the son of the Scott Mafia. And if it were not for Edith, if it were not for Corey, nobody would even know who Marty was. So check your record, son, or who you're talking to. And understand something. There's something in our Christian faith where at Easter, that's where the slave master stopped. But the most 40 days, powerful ones that Jesus spent was after the cross. So you going to celebrate at Easter. And all of our children on a nationwide level, they're going to watch us teach the slave Bible. And the next 40 days from March 31st, Easter, to May 9th, we're going to take the gospel to a whole nother level. Been 90 years since Daddy King had that book. He got it from Whitfield Nottage. That's Cynthia Dolores Nottage's daughter. So do me a favor, son. Keep letting the Holy Ghost use you. You know, Jesus and the 12, he flipped over the table in the temples, and he said, you turn my Father's house into a den of thieves, when it should be a house of prayer. We should be able to come and commune, not have to sit down and hear what the slave master tells us about ourselves. And you, as a black man, have the unmitigated audacity to stand in this place and back up the manipulation of our history on our children when our sons and our daughters are dying for a bag. Maybe you forgot what Jesus said. You can't do both, son. Serve God and mammon. God and title, God and position. You know the consistency about your pastor and Daddy King? See, Raphael and Michael were both two of the four angels that stood around the throne of God. You know what Daddy King did 90 years ago on the International Baptist Convention when he was empowered by the Holy Ghost and got a copy of the slave Bible? He changed his name. Your pastor ought to do that himself. It's called repent, nigga. And Daddy King told you, when Mama Middlebrook said, when I'm preaching, shut your mouth. That's when we used to have Pete's. Daddy King did that. It was a store across the street. And the mamas used to go back and forth. And Daddy King put us over there and said, when I'm preaching, ain't nobody talking. Now watch this, son. The thing that you got is you ain't been reared by his daughter. You ain't been positioned by his granddaughter. All you niggas came here for a federal dollar. I'm the only one been positioned by our mamas, nigga. And this ain't the building of prophetic black men. This is the building of prophetic black women. Where's the picture of Edith or Jenny Celeste Parks? Where is Alberta Christine Williams King? Where's the picture of Mama Ferris? None of it. You won't put Edith up there, but you put Naomi up there because Alvita got that Trump check. I mean, if you stand in that position, let me talk to you on behalf of what you represent. Because you represent the security department that roared me out there, and your staff called me a nigger, sir, on tape. Your staff said he was going to fuck me up, sir, on tape. It's on tape. Google it. Your staff said he was going to do that. And then he called the police and said I was aggressive. When I'm just coming up here getting ready for my sermon. But you know what? I got this spirit of Daddy King, and it's Easter weekend. And I don't know if you know, but it's been about 40 years. I was 5 years old, son. When I danced down that little hallway up there, y'all calling the sanctuary. I'm 45 now. So I've been the center of our Easter presentation for 40 years. If I were you and you respect the Holy Ghost, stay out the way.
To the left. They open the door.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but that's kind of synonymous with our brand. It's called Fiery Baptist Preaching with a little infusion of the Holy Ghost. Got it. You got to be here at the time, y'all. Easter weekend. Most raw, revolutionary sanctuary in our existence. You can't get in. How Run said, this is my house. And when I say whose house, y'all niggas know what time it is. This is the most disgusting Easter experience. Oh, I got a little baby over there. What's up, you can? In our entire history as a congregation, this is the moment where the presence of God has been stolen. When we look in the history of the children of Israel, when the ark is stolen and Samuel, is on the scene, when the ark go back, the folks start getting empowered. And what Samuel does is he raises the stone. And all the Philistines, sick satanic motherfuckers, started tripping on themselves. Hey, listen, man. Fuck them niggas, you hear me? Look at this, look at this, look at this. You want to do everything, but you don't decide to come over here and fix that. How could you not? That don't matter though, huh? Billions of dollars to fix something, but this don't matter? You know who that sign is for? That don't matter. How about this, bro? Like, can we get something good? We lost our mama. I don't know how y'all feel in the Black Baptist church. We lose our mama, nigga. I get a little upset losing my mamas. Both of them. And nigga, I'm in my spot, dog. We done lost Mama Ferris. That was cool. We was kind of worried about that shit. And then at the same time, we done lost Mama Naomi. Now, both of these women, last individual they put in position to teach our kids the book, that's a heavy responsibility. I'm gonna tell you, man. In the hood, man, like when we missing our mamas, man, that shit be minding with us. So instead of fuckers just leave me alone so I communicate with the kids, they try to get me to want to punch on some shit. I ain't even trying to punch on some shit. But stop fucking with me when I'm trying to do what my mamas is talking about. Weird ass niggas and shit. Everybody sitting around poaching me and shit. Everybody want to look at me, but nobody want to say shit. Fuck ass niggas. Give God glory. I'm out.